Let me do this. Let me talk over here a bit. Should I talk? I should talk. I should talk. Go figure. Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. Okay. Okay, Goldfinger doesn't want me to talk, but okay. Okay, talk about content creation. I love that. The whole content versus creation is like content. Anything you do is content now because people wanna. It's like TV. Like in the old days, TV used to, someone used to write the script, and you get people who are skilled in acting to do the scripts. And everybody's they study things and they do and they get it all set up and they want some kind of point to this each story and there's storyline there and people writing emotion and feeling or what. But now because of internet, everybody's got like a TV show. The streaming chat is like a TV show. It's like having 8 billion TV shows. Imagine everybody has their own little streaming camera following them. It's like, and then they're like, what are we doing? What am I doing to make people worth watching me and giving me money? Because all these people get tips. They do it because they want tips. So they gotta be like, well, I'm doing something to earn this, or people just throwing money at me because people be like, wow, you're lazy, you just do nothing, and people throwing money at you. But now they gotta find a reason for being on. Like, well, I'm a creator, I'm creating content. So it's like, no, so pay me because I'm actually doing something like legit. Because I'm creating content. So basically anything is content. This is staying here, that's content. Drinking a glass of water while you watch is content. It's like the creeper show. It's like when a creeper watches you, he's watching your content. It's like, oh, you're creating content. It's like, no fair or something. So I guess it's like that's what it is now. Well, what is creation? I always feel like creation is creating something that wasn't there before. It's like something that other people can't really do. It's like when I create a song, that's a song I created. No one else is gonna create that same song because that's occurs to me. It's part of me. I write a song because it's how I feel about the world or something like that. So it's part of me and what do you call it? My expressing myself or self-expression, whatever that is. Expressing myself, just saying things how I feel about certain things. There's certain things I feel. I like my songs about the way I feel about things. I feel people are very superficial. And I guess I get that we're superficial. I mean, for procreation, we tend to want to, procreate with attractive things that we find attractive. Like why? Maybe because we feel like, we get if you have a kid, you want the kid to have certain attributes of, you don't, attractiveness or something. I don't know. Do more attractive people survival of this, or is it just more creative people survive? Is it important that people are attractive? No, but it is always more important to be creative. If you're creative, things go more bonkers and zombie apocalypse comes, don't you want to be more creative? You can create, create weapons and fight the zombies and build better strategies, or just be pretty, be a pretty meal for the zombies. It's more important. I think in nature, being creative is more important, but attractiveness is what gets you there. I guess even animals are attracted to things that are attractive. So, but people always live on that. They just because they're very simplistic. Some people live off their basic instincts. So finding things attractive is a basic instinct. You know what I mean? Eating, hunger, basic instinct. Basic instinct to follow the leader. That's a basic instinct because that's like an early instinct, like how we learned when we're kids. When we learn from copying other people. Once we know what to do, then we don't need to copy anymore. But some people they never outgrow that. So you got adults who just follow the leader because they just haven't outgrown it. It's kind of a messed up thing. But some people need that. Some people work better with other people. Like they need that power of the many because they themselves are not very magnificent. So they need the power of the many to create Voltron. You know, instead of just being a lone wolf and be able to defend yourself and be magnificent on your own. So, yeah, something. It's like ants. Ants need to get a task done. They got as many to do the task. Because they're ants. They're not, a magnificent thing. It's more of a gestalt, a group that has to get the task done. They can't just do it on their own. So yeah. So I guess people still call instinct. So I think that's the difference. And to someone creative, being a follower or a copier is just kind of abhorrent. It's like I take my creativity and my uniqueness very seriously. If someone implies that I'm a copier or not a creator, that's kind of insulting to a creative person. So yeah, well, I don't know. This conversation's a little weird, but it's just you see it more. There's like 8 billion people in the world, and million of those billion are followers who aren't very unique and not very creative, but they need the power of others. That's why people live in cities, I think, because they need to have people around them. They need to have that, because they can't just be magnificent alone or on their own, on their own steam, on their own merits. Maybe they need to hide in the fog, so they don't get outed, the wolf doesn't come for them. They go for someone else who looks exactly the same. Like, what's the difference between me and them? Go for them. That guy a wolf. We're the same, but either you go for except for that's the whole concept. Okay, so conversation was good, right? This is a good video. Successful video. You guys, you guys won't give it a thumbs up because you're jealous. You're jealous of my awesomeness. You have to give someone who's like mediocre the thumbs up. Why? Because you feel like if I give someone who sucks a thumbs up, or someone who's like not very magnificent, that makes me a good person. If I like things that aren't very amazing, it makes me a good person. If I like someone who's stupid thumbs up, it makes me a good person. Because good people like stupid dumb things. Right? I think that's the thing. I think that's the concept of that. Because that's the way people want to be reminded of how much they suck, so they like to, uplift the fellow mediocrity. They like to bring their own kind up and raise them up onto a pedestal and make them, it's like I'd rather support my own kind, the mediocres, instead of the unique, creative types who aren't my kind. Something like that. There's a lot of going on in people's heads on why they do certain things, why they gotta live with themselves. People are basically sucky, especially in America. America makes sucky citizens. They create sucky people. Just in general, just in the whole American system, just in everything's for you, your own pursuit of happiness. What about other people's pursuit of happiness? It's like in America, it's like where I just want to make myself rich, be left alone, do what I want, look pretty. That's all I need to do. That's the American way. It's not like the American way is, help other people, lift them up, help them in their pursuit of happiness. No one ever. It doesn't even say that in the competition. It should say that in the Constitution. It should be like, help others and be kind to others. That should be a law. It's like be kind to others should be a law. Don't you think? No, but in America it's not, because Americans are afraid of this shit. Basically. Or, it's like blaming guns. Because the people who blame guns are the ones, they won't blame people because they know people suck. Themselves included in that. They know they suck, so they kind of blame people for the reason why there's violence. They will blame the guns because if they blame people, then they're blaming themselves because they know they suck too. So if you say, well, I'm blaming the sucky people for the violence, then they in turn are blaming themselves because they in turn know that they are sucky people as well. So that's why they don't do that. That's why they keep blaming the tools, even that gun that just sits there until some sucky person comes and picks it up and uses it. Cause that's the way they are. Because they're basically telling us who they are. They basically because they know they suck. So yeah, you go. See?